Good afternoon. Taking my vitamins. You should take vitamins. Do you take vitamins? You should. They're good. Well, they don't really taste. I mean, they're good for you. They are neutral in flavor. So, I'm going to spill water. And no, I haven't given up cigarettes or cigars. But I'm healthy in every other regard. Hello, how are you? Okay. Today, I always wanted to do a Southern Baptist. Today, I would like to talk to you today about the evils of something or other, but it's not evil. And maybe it is kind of evil, but let's talk about charity and why you should never ever why you should never ever donate to charity. I was in Kamloops, British Columbia, on my motorcycle ride coming back from Alaska, and I stopped at an A&W because I was starving and I was in a very foul mood, and I decided, okay, before I get angry and drive a motorcycle on roads I'm unfamiliar with, I should put myself in a happy mood, a little meditation. So I treated myself to a very unhealthy bacon cheeseburger and a root beer float. I had a whole root beer float is what I had, damn right. So then I had the thing, I'm in the line, and I look up, and A&W proudly sponsors some MS foundation, some kind of, and it said, help bring a cure to MS. Now, I know a couple of people actually who have MS, and certainly I do not want them to have it. I don't want any disease. I don't want people to have any disease. I mean, that is the truth. So this is not a slight on people with MS. What it is a scathing ridicule, an exposing of the nonprofit industry or these charities. Because here's my question: how fucking long is it going to take you to cure MS? March of Dimes, United Way, we solved polio, we got rid of malaria, we got rid of leprosy. I understand cancer is a little bit of a different beast in talking to medical people about this. But I'm wondering, when do you fucking solve the problem? And it doesn't have to be, the charity doesn't have to be medically related. It could be sociologically related. Eliminate world hunger. How much money have we given to Africa, and it's still a third world shithole? Okay? And again, does this mean I want Africans to starve? No. Or Haiti is another perfect example with the earthquake. Did we really solve any problems here? So let me explain, especially to you younger people out there, because you're at least open-minded enough. I know old people aren't. They're so set. Don't I work over at the, what's it called, Peace Corps, like in the 60s, and we made wells and helped out the people in Tanzania. And, my point, the wells aren't working, and Tanzania is still a shithole. So let me explain something to you younger people so you don't already forfeit more of your finite money that you don't have because you got to pay back your student loans. Charities, it is my sincere belief, not all of them, but most of them, are nothing more than rackets and scams to take your money to give people jobs that are easy. If you have the choice between majoring in engineering or becoming an accountant, doing something really boring, or working for the Peace Corps, working for the Sierra Club, or working for, Eliminate Chickenpox Foundation, or whatever it is, that's more fun, going to fundraisers and events at museums and all this fun stuff and walks. There's my favorite. Let's have a walk. Tell me how a walk or a run solves a problem. Wouldn't you just be better all working at your jobs than donating money to scientists to solve, to botanists, or not botanists, biologists and virologists, medical professionals that could actually solve. What does walking or running do? That's just wasted labor. I mean, cynical economist I am, that is wasted labor. You want to do something, go work extra hours, pick up a part-time job, and donate your money to a medical lab. But neither here nor there. What it is its goal is not to actually solve AIDS, cancer, MS, poverty, whatever else it is. It's to provide these people employment. For example, here's an extreme example. What would Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson do if there was no race gap in terms of income or racial indifferences? What if everyone got along? I mean, we do for the most part. That's the other thing that's really kind of funny is, blacks and whites really do get along. The majority do. Of course, there's going to be skirmishes here and there, but what if everything was perfectly harmonious? What would these guys do? They'd have to go get real jobs. It's in their best interest to instigate and incite and make it look like race is a big problem, because that's how they make their money. Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson don't want real jobs, and unfortunately they're going to live their entire lives and die, kind of like Jack Kevorkian, or not Jack Kevorkian, who is the mutual fund or hedge fund asswipe that, you know, he went to jail at 73, but he lived the life of a billionaire when he was scamming, whatever. These guys, the last thing they want is to solve race problems. And it's the same thing with the UN. The last thing the UN wants to do is solve world hunger. The last thing the UN wants to do is solve global warming, if you believe in such a thing. They need a constant crisis, a constant cause or crusade that they can go ahead and champion and claim they're going to fix and they're going to solve, when they have absolutely no intention of solving it. Because if they did, then they'd have to get real jobs. And then they couldn't go to the fundraisers, they couldn't go to the ballroom galas, they couldn't go and major in, you know, international relations or fluffy poppycock like that. So realize today, when you donate money to a charity, noble as the charity's intent or claim may be, and noble as your gesture, and it's very kind and nice of you to donate money to charity, it's going to be wasted for the most part. Okay. On top of it, if you look at the federal budget and state budget as well, 70%, roughly, depending on the state, but the federal budget for sure, and even more by now with Barack Obama, I haven't checked these figures since Bush, the overwhelming majority, over 70% of the money, is spent on charitable social causes, welfare, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and a plethora of other touchy-feely, non-profit charitable crap. Have we solved the problems? Have we? The war on poverty, we still have poverty. You know, the war on obesity, people are getting fatter. So understand the reason why none of these problems ever seem to get solved is because that's not the intent or the desire or the goal of these charities. Their goal is to extrapolate funds so that they can have a career in some, you know, fluffy little cushy industry, if you want to call it that. So don't donate to charity. Don't. I really advise you not to. Yeah, are there charities out there that are good? Absolutely, there's some good charities. But especially if you're younger and your budget is tight, and your parents may have instilled in you like tithing, or you really ought to donate. Oh, there's some poor people suffering. Well, you know what? Then you help them directly. I don't like Habitat for Humanity because you're basically helping out losers and giving them a free home. It's like, dude, fucking I bust my ass off. Why don't you guys come build me the free home? But at least Habitat for Humanity, they're building a home. You know, like so that's a legitimate charity. I just have philosophical differences with them. But, you know, find a charity, you know, Wounded Warriors Project, you know, go and donate your time with the vets in the hospitals. Help them out. You know, that's something where you directly help them. That's definitely a charity that you can join. And there are other legitimate ones as well. But don't just cut a check for, and in high school, in elementary, they tug at your kid's heart like, we need money. When I was a kid, it was the rainforest. Donate money to help people in the rainforest down in Brazil. Yeah, fuck, it's still there. You know, the ozone layer. Remember the ozone layer? Of course you don't, because they switched to global warming. When they found out the ozone layer was repairing itself, or it wasn't really a problem, then they're like, we need some global warming. Here, we need money for this now. So even if, here's the other thing. Let's say you solved all the problems in the world. They'll still come up with a crisis. They'll still go, the wounded Guatemalan pigs of Tanzania. How'd the pigs from Guatemala get to Tanzania and wounded? We don't know, but something must be done about it, damn it! Don't you care? So just realize you're supporting charlatans. You're supporting con artists. And, don't do that. Take your money. Seriously, buy some video games. Get some booze. Start a college fund for your own kids so that down the road, you don't have to be the recipient of charity. You're not a parasite, all right? So that's all I got. Buy my book, Worthless. Buy my book, Enjoy the Decline. Buy my book, Top Shelf. That's a good one. Yes, they're all available on Kindle. Go on Amazon. Look them up. They're there. And that's all I got. Toodles.